Hi, HC, the irresponsible reader here, and hopefully I don't look like I'm reading some sort of uh, note that some captors are forcing me to read while they hold something, a weapon against me on camera. I just want to make sure I cover all the bases here. Uh, anyway, this is self-published author appreciation week, as anyone who's looked at my site for more than 10 seconds this week knows. And one of the things I've always appreciated about these authors is the way that they have to put their non-creative brains to work as well. They have to find and hire editors, cover designers, cover artists, work with layout and whatnot. I don't know it all. They have to think about strategies for advertising, what events to attend, how to make themselves memorable at these things. Do they give away swag? Do they do bookmarks? Do they do stickers? I don't know. Everything. And they have to strategize about releases, publishing schedules, and so on and so on and so forth. And there are probably a lot of things along those lines I haven't even thought of because I'm not one of them. I've never done that kind of thing. So we got a taste of some of that in the chat I had with Michael Michel a couple of months ago. Um, I brushed up against this in some Q&As I did back in 2023 for Self-Published Authors Appreciation Week. And so I wanted to dip my toe back into that area this year too. These videos are designed to be quick looks at what go on to the business side of publishing. And yes, I'm using air quotes, which I find really annoying. Sorry. Um, I have some thoughts about how I want to go deeper with this last year, or next year, excuse me, but I want to keep this short and sweet, and we did that for the most part. Um, but I want to keep exploring this idea because while this week we are appreciating these self-published authors primarily for their creative output, as I think that most of them want to be appreciated for, and that's why we do this. But also, we should appreciate them for their so-called left brain efforts as well. And so here, for your hopeful viewing enjoyment, is one of my quick chats along those lines. Thanks for watching, and here we go. And here we go. Hi, folks. HC here. Hopefully, I remember to record an introduction for this video. Anyway, I'm here with AJ Calvin to talk a little bit about the business side of self-publishing. AJ, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your work in general and Wraith in the Revolution in particular.
All right, so I am AJ Calvin. I am from Northern Colorado. I write mostly fantasy and science fiction. Wraith in the Revolution was my 11th published book. It's the first I've published in sci-fi, so the rest is fantasy, but it's not the first I've written in sci-fi. Wraith in the Revolution came out June 17th. It is a little chunky, but it is a standalone space opera, future kind of dystopian Earth setting, and then they move off into the stars. There's, well, as the title says, there's a revolution piece too. Main character is a cyborg, and it was a lot of fun to write that one. I had a lot of fun with that one.
Cool, cool. And you're much better at the whole getting a book in front of a camera thing. I have to try like 5 times before I get it. Anyway, okay. Let's see here. Let me put up my funky title card because I'm professional. Let's talk about the time that you spend. Do you have a day job?
I do.
Okay. So, like, how much time a week do you spend, getting healthcare and stuff like that?
So I work 40 hours a week, and I have a 30-minute commute each way, so it's about 50, I guess, or 45. I don't know. Math is hard for me sometimes.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I work 40 hours a week. I'm a microbiologist at a biotech company.
So easy stuff. Yeah. Um,
Sure.
so how much time a week do you get to do the whole writing slash editing thing?
On a good week, maybe 10 hours. Um, this week was not a good week for me, so it was probably 5, maybe.
Okay. Alrighty. Alrighty. And then, so how much time a week do you spend on things like social media, promotion, pesky little videos like this, finding a cover artist, talking with them, editors, all that other kind of stuff?
On a weekly basis, it's mostly promotional stuff, and I would say it's at least a couple hours. If I count also writing like blog posts and stuff, because I have a blog too,
Sure.
that might be like 3-ish, 4-ish hours.
Okay.
In terms of cover artwork, when I when I was first publishing, I found an artist I really like to work with. So the upfront time, it took a while because I was researching and I was looking at a bunch of
Right.
different artists and stuff. That was quite a few years ago. But I remember it took quite a bit of time. And
Mm-hmm.
but once I had worked with him a couple of times, I really liked his stuff. So he has done most of my artwork
Oh,
since then.
so
So it's been easier over time because I can just
sure.
email him and be like, "Hey, what's your timing look like? Can you do this project for me?"
Yeah.
Um, with Wraith, I
What do
did,
you think about a cyborg? Can you do
yeah,
that?
yeah. With Wraith, I actually did look up a different artist because
Oh, okay.
Jamie Noble is the artist for most of my books, and he is really great with fantasy and stuff. But I was looking for a little bit different feel
Sure.
for Wraith, so I found another artist. I actually that one wasn't too hard because that was a recommendation from Joe Byrne.
Oh, well, yeah.
Um, so I approached him and kind of told him what I wanted to do, and that one didn't take me nearly as long as finding Jamie did. So
Sure. Okay. All right. So we're talking about roughly 60 hours plus for a good week. You get a little bit more. So we're talking 60 hours a week is devoted to writing and biochemistry. And then, so that doesn't leave a whole lot of time for family, friends, those books behind you, stuff like that, right?
yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I should say I'm fortunate or not, but my husband and I don't have kids, so I know that helps a little bit.
Right.
I do try to avoid writing stuff in the evening so I can spend some time with him.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then usually if we get together with other families, it's on the weekend, for an evening or something. So I end up having more time to write on the weekends usually.
Mm-hmm.
Um, right now we're kind of doing a landscaping project outside, so we've got that going on too.
Right. Some macrobiology. So yeah, Joe Byrne, either tomorrow or yesterday, depending on when this video goes up, said that he's fortunate enough that his kids are old enough that they don't care or they don't take that.
Hmm.
So very similar kind of thing. All right, now we're going to move on to money. I'd ask you, using back of the napkin math, how much would you estimate your hourly wages for these 60 plus hours a week?
Um, oh, well, if I'm counting my day job,
No, 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 no,
uh,
no, no.
no,
Sorry,
just
no,
just the writing
yeah,
part.
just the writing part. Yeah, so
Oh, it's
that'd be like
negligible.
15.
Like,
What?
it's negligible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Below minimum
I
wage.
am basically funding my writing with my day job.
Right. Okay.
So,
Right. Okay. Are you making, and be very vague about this, about yes or no, are you making a profit?
not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
I'm working
Um,
towards that, but not yet.
After 11 books, we're still working up to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Getting
This.
closer, but
All
not
right. Cool.
yet.
Cool. Okay. All right. So, given that, you're clearly not in this for the money. Why do you keep going?
I have always been a storyteller. I love telling stories. I love the writing process. And initially it took me a long time before I published anything, and it took a lot of coaxing, mostly my husband,
Mm-hmm.
just to get me to even consider it because it was scary, putting my
Oh,
stuff
sure.
out there, letting other people read it. But then when I started publishing, and there's, sometimes you'll get a comment on social media or a random email and somebody's like, "I really love this. I miss these characters. When are you going to publish the next thing?" That's what makes it worth it to me.
Sure.
When somebody connects with my stories,
Mm-hmm.
that's what makes it worth it for me.
Oh yeah, that keeps you going for sure, for sure. Um, so that's how about your husband and friends and whatnot? Is it worth it for them for you to keep going?
For my husband, yes, he
Good.
keeps. he's the one that keeps me going most of the time, and he likes to tease me, because I'll draft something and then I'll sit on it for a few years before I even like get it to a
Really?
publisher or whatever, or editor or anything. Just because like I have to make sure that I'm happy enough with it
Mm-hmm.
before but he gets to read everything early and he's always like, so when are you going to publish this? When are you going to publish this?
Okay,
um,
so I
so
want to follow up on that. This is off the topic, but so how long ago did you actually finish Wraith and the Revolution?
um, Wraith, I finished what is published about 2.5 years ago. Um, that one is kind of an interesting book for me because my very first novel length thing that I wrote, I was
Mm-hmm.
13. It was called The Space Bandits, and it was like the beginning of what became Wraith. So
Oh, okay.
I've been working on this story for so long.
Sure, sure.
So
Yeah. And no one in the world is ever going to see what it used to be.
the only person who
Just
has
not of it.
ever read that is my brother, and he
Mm-hmm.
was like 10 at the
Okay.
time. So he thought it was
Uh-huh.
the greatest thing ever, even though it was not.
But it's all grown up now and out in
Yeah.
the world. So okay, so when you say multiple years, you mean it's like years between when it's
hmm
done and you're just picking at it, or wow.
Yeah, and once I feel like I'm satisfied with it, then I'll get some beta feedback and then I'll
Mm-hmm.
push it to the editor afterwards. So yeah, I'm I have a slower process, but I'm at the point where like I've had so many stories that are pretty close to ready for so long that like it seems like I'm publishing fast, but
Okay, because I was gonna say
it's not really.
I I kind of thought you had stuff out on a fairly regular basis. Um, I've yet to actually read anything, but I bought a few. Um, so that's the part that matters most, right? Um, at least as far as this conversation goes. Okay, so all right. Again, this is kind of what I expected to get out of these interviews. Um, you're not making any money. You're sacrificing a lot of time, but you love it, or you keep doing it because you love it.
hmm
Uh, you're not in this to make a quick buck.
No.
No, um, uh, which is great. This is the kind of stuff I think that this week, self published author appreciation week is wanting to celebrate. Is people who bring us stories like the stuff that you do, which all look really good. Again, that's why I buy them. And so you're out there, you're plugging along, and hopefully one day you actually do make enough of a profit that you can continue to justify things. Okay. All right. Well, this is perfect. Thank you very much for your time. Anything else you want to tell
Thank you.
people? Where do they find you on the socials? Just cleverly
Yeah, so
AJ Calvin?
I'm still on Twitter at AJ Calvin and Blue Sky, same handle. I am also on Instagram. It's at author AJ Calvin. Or I have a website, ajcalvin.net. That's where my blog is also. Um, and there's a newsletter sign up on there as well if people would rather just hear from me once a month. So,
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, folks, go check it out. Um, AJ's post for the rest of this week has gone up probably this afternoon, so scroll back and check that out as well. Had a really good look at the recommendation, as well as more information about Wraith and the Revolution. So
yep.
I'm going to hit end. And really, I'm going to hit end.